Bugonia is directed by Yorgos Lanthimos. I think I pronounced the director's name. I pronounced that really wrong. I do apologise. The film stars Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons. It follows two men who kidnapped a powerful CEO who is secretly as an alien in disguise who is planning to destroy Earth. Going into this movie with some curiosity, I've seen the trailers for it. It does pique my interest. It's the same director who made Poor Things, The Favourite, and Kind of Kindness, which I've not seen, but only the two I've seen was Poor Things and The Favourite, which both are great films, by the way, which also stars those three films with Emma Stone in it. So it pretty much means like Emma Stone and Yorgos are both collaborated together with certain movies, kind of like Tim Burton with Johnny Depp, Michael Caine with Christopher Nolan, and you get these directors who work with an actor who work very well. They went to boom in different movies now and again, which that is something there to look at. So I went into this movie with some curiosity, and judging by the trailers, it does look pique my interest. I thought, okay, it's Emma Stone, let's check it out. It might be good. This could be really interesting. After seeing this film, it's a very weird, wacky, really out there. It has some of that dark subject, but also has that lighthearted humour to it, which they do add to make some levity out of it. But it's one of those movies that I do like, but I didn't love it. But it's not a movie I would watch again, to be fair, because I'll get to the moment with negatives, but I'll say this, but I do think this film is very well made from the directing standpoint. I think Yorgos does a good job, directing this movie with the cinematography and the light of the film and the ratio of this film is made, which I thought that was actually really well done for this film. It's very modern, but it also has that classic sci-fi feel to it, which I really liked. And of course, the colour palettes to the film looks incredible to look at. Very colourful, has that unique style, which, really catches that feel to it, which I do really liked. And of course, the acting all around is solid. Everyone all around across the board does a great job, but the two standouts, Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons, are both great. I can see both of these actors going to get Oscar nominations, especially Emma Stone. I think Emma Stone is going to get more attention because she has won 2 Oscars in her belt. La La Land and, of course, Poor Things, which she both won for, which is outstanding for her career. I can see this maybe as a third nomination. I don't think she'll win for the third time. If she did, then I won't be surprised, but that's a whole other thing for our time. And Jesse Plemons is really great here. I think he could win for Best Actor or Best Supporting Actor, but the performance is really good. And his characters are maybe not the most developed, but you do get a good sense of what they're coming from, because Jesse Plemons' character is trying to contact with this woman who's basically an alien from outer space and trying to contact the mothership because due to her hair, but she shaved the hair off, which, funnily enough, when I looked it up when I did my research on this, Emma Stone has to shave off her hair because she got a little bit emotional because how her mother is dealing with her cancer before she passed away, which does kind of attach onto it, which I kind of liked. It's kind of way she's coping with it, but she's actually okay with the film. It is an emotional thing for her, but she did cope with it with her acting performance, which I did quite liked. And I've got to say this now, the music score here is incredible. I can tell that it's going to get nominated for the Oscars for next year. I can tell. If this gets nominated for Best Original Score, I can see that happening because it looks, the song, the music, it just tenses you up and certain atmosphere. There are some couple of song choices here and there which they get me laughing because they play the song from Green Day, I think it's on the stereo when they're torturing Emma Stone's character. It's a weird choice, but I'll give some credit. It is very creative. Now, if you're a Yorgos fan, you will like this film. It is very creative and there are some predictable moments, but if you're a big fan, you knew where stuff is going. I'm not the biggest fan of him. I do like him as a director. He has that unique style and authentic to it, but this film, though, it is predictable where it's going, but it does feel like certain plot devices here and there does get a little bit, a little bit too thin out for me, because one thing I'll give it some credit, it does show, don't tell, especially with the B stuff. It does show you instead of telling you, which I did quite like. I thought that was really well done. I will give that credit for sure. But however, when you get to the flashback scenes with the black and white colour palette, which I kind of find a little bit bizarre now, I'm finding it reminds me of Jesse Plemons' character about his mom, who is dealing with severe illness and she's in a coma, I believe. And of course, it cuts to now with Emma Stone's character with, dealing with that stuff, and you see young Jesse Plemons holding her mother while he's floating up the sky, which, again, it's kind of a weird choices. There are some weird, wacky stuff about this film because it is going to be one of those movies that many people will turn off by it because how weird and out there. Because we look at Poor Things, that has that weird, authentic stuff going on, but I kind of like that kind of weirdness to it. But this one, it felt a little bit too modern for my liking, which I get what they try to go for, but it's just way too out there, a little bit weird and bizarre in a certain degree, but I don't know, it just didn't work for some reasons. And and the way the film ended, it did kind of drag. It did feel like it did kind of drag a little bit because there were a couple of times I started to get a little bit fidgety. There were a couple of times I was starting to get a little bit, get a bit bored. I was starting to feel like, okay, this ending's going to keep dragging on and on. It's a 2-hour movie, but it felt like 2 hours and a half. It felt like it just goes on. When the moment the film kind of ends, but then it just kept going and going. And you think that's going to be the end, but then it just kept going and going and going. It just felt like it just dragged on a lot. Kind of weird. And also, it has a flat earth on it. I'm not kidding. There's a flat earth reference in there. That being said, I think Bugonia is fine. I think it's a decent good movie. It is good. It is well made. It is well acted. And the cinematography-wise is great. The music score is brilliant. Emma Stone, J.C. Plemons deserve some Oscar nominations. And the rest of the cast, you got Alicia Silverstone in the film, which quite surprisingly, Alicia Silverstone, who's in a supporting role, which is quite interesting seeing her in that. Of course, you do have the actor who plays Don, who plays the cousin in the film. I can't remember the actor's name, but he was good. I'll give a big shout out to him. That being said, it's fine enough. It's decent. It's good. I do like it. I don't love it, but I wouldn't watch it again anytime soon. I'm going to give Bugonia a B+. Guys, comment down below and tell me, what do you think of Bugonia? Do you love it? Do you like it? Do you think it's alright? Or do you absolutely hate it? Whatever the case is, comment down below and tell me what you think. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Until next time, see ya.